Alright, what's going on guys, Willis Gaming here. We are back again with another Destiny video. So currently Destiny is down for maintenance and the 2.40 patch has been deployed. The servers aren't up yet, but this is what's going to be on Destiny when it comes up in a few hours. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like down below, and if you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. We are closing in on that 300k. It would mean the world to me if we could reach that before Rise of Iron. That would be awesome. But yeah, let's get into these patch notes. So we'll start off with armor, activities and all that good stuff, and then we're going to move on to the weapons. Apologies if I skip some of the boring stuff out, but I will leave a full link to all of these patch notes in the video description so you can go check it out yourself. So yeah, let's start off with the armor. So armor general fixed a bug causing +1 armor perks to sometimes fail to function, and then we have class items can now accept shaders. So that's pretty big. One of the big updates they actually mentioned on Twitter was the class items weren't actually changing color when you put a shader on it, but now it will match the color of your shader, and I think that's really freaking awesome that they did that before Rise of Iron. We're going to be looking awesome. So activities now give more rewards. As you can see here, here's the activities you get from the first completion. Here's the repeated gold events, repeated silver events, and repeated bronze events. Now, I actually noticed this morning, I was actually doing some patrols, and I only got like 2 or 3 motes of light and some glimmer and a bit of XP. But then I looked at this and I noticed you get 200 glimmer, you get a chance at 2 to 5 planet materials, you get 1 to 2 motes of light, you get 1.5k XP, you get a blue engram guaranteed, and you get a guaranteed 25 Vanguard reps. You can actually effectively farm public events now, which is really freaking cool because you couldn't actually do it before. A bunch of quest changes, a bunch of crucible changes, nothing too big, bunch of game type changes, a huge update for elimination. Basically the heavy ammo will only spawn in one central location. There's not going to be 2 heavy ammos. I'm not sure how this is going to fare with the people who play elimination, but that's pretty strange why they're doing that. Bunch of salvage changes, bunch of rift changes, bunch of map changes, pretty cool, and some UI changes. Let's move on to the weapon tuning patch. So basically they changed a bunch of weapons, and we're going to go over the ones which I have found interesting, and we're going to skip the ones which I don't really care about. So the Fabian Strategy, the Titan weapon. Doubling down on the Titan's role to hold the front line, Fabian Strategy users will now be able to hold down the trigger to melt enemies until there are none left. Kills with this weapon now automatically load a portion of the magazine, increased base range by 16%, and stability by 44%. So this is huge. Not a lot of people I know actually use the Fabian Strategy, but maybe there's actually going to be a reason to use the Fabian Strategy. Now moving on to the Thorn. Since we're bringing back the Thorn for Rise of Iron, it's worth reevaluating its place in the weapon ecosystem. What are Thorn's strengths? So it shows all the strengths, and basically they're going to be reducing the range by 25%, so you're not able to snipe people with the freaking Thorn, and this is great. So universal remote. Everybody hates this weapon. I know I hate it. That's all I saw when I was doing my trials run last week. Basically the exotic perk range bonus reduced by 75%, increased the rate of fire, lowers damage as a secondary effect, so you can no longer freaking snipe people effectively with this beast. Thank the Lord. Moving on to the dregs. Promised increased damage by 8%, increased magazine size by 3. So that's pretty sweet. Dregs Promise is getting a little cheeky buff. Touch of Malice. Touch of Malice Self-Infliction now removes Blessings of Light. That is huge. As you know, in the raid, if you had a bunch of Titans and you just spammed Blessing of Light and Weapons of Light, you were able to just melt bosses. Obviously, they do not want you doing this for the new raid, and they have caught up on it. So you can no longer use Blessing of Light with Touch of Malice. That's crazy. Boolean Gemini added a intrinsic perk high caliber rounds. No Time to Explain added intrinsic perk Head Seeker. That's pretty sweet. I still have yet to get my No Time to Explain. I still need to do the quest line, but I might have to pick it up just because of that Head Seeker. That's pretty awesome. So long story short, snipers are getting a nerf. They're basically making it so they don't want the high impact snipers to be dominant in Crucible. They want everybody to use different types of snipers, and they don't want to force you to use the high impact ones, so they're nerfing the high impact snipers so you're not able to snipe roaming supers such as Sunbreaker, Stormcaller, It's not going to be as effective. I think you can still do it. It's going to be a bit harder. No Land Beyond is not affected, so you can still one-shot them with a No Land Beyond if you want to. And they've also reduced the target acquisition for the LDR and the longbow synthesis to bring it in line with other snipers in its family. There's a bunch of auto rifle fixes and there's some shotgun. And other than that, it's just a bunch of weapon updates on the side, some perk changes. Like I said, I'll leave this in the video description. I don't want to make the video too long. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like if you did, and obviously subscribe if you are new. And for those of you who have watched the entire video and are loyal to the channel, I'm actually going to do a quick cheeky 7/7 Infinitum emblem giveaway right at the end of the video for all of you who are still watching. So to enter, all you have to do is leave a comment on the video telling me what you're looking forward to the most in Rise of Iron, whether it's the new exotics, whether it's the raid, just let me know and I will pick one random comment in my next video and you guys will get yourself a 7/7 emblem. Also drop a like on the video, show some support. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. This has been Willis Gaming, and peace.